Hi friends, welcome back to our channel Jackie Chan Passion Town. Today we are back with you to share another interesting recipe, which is Bengali royal sweet dish known as Rasmalai. Being a sweet-toothed person, this has always topped my sweet dish list. But at the same time, we used to wonder that this may be really complex to make it at home, right? But we were wrong. Today we'll share a very simple way of preparing this dish at home. If you like our video, please click on the like button, subscribe to our channel, and do share it with your family and friends. Now let's get started. We have a bowl of sliced pistachios, almonds and cashews, some cardamom and sugar powder, and some strands of saffron or kesar as we call it in Hindi. Now we are preparing our ras. For that we've taken 1 liter of milk which is already boiled. To that we are adding 2 bowls of sugar. The sugar can be increased or decreased based on your taste of sweetness that you would like. For the ras, we always prefer our ras to be in the liquid form so that when the malai is put into the ras, it absorbs the ras into it. For those who prefer it to be a little bit thicker, you can keep boiling the milk so that the milk will start thickening. Now if you see, the milk has thickened, that's why it's reduced from its original quantity. We have added the cardamom and the sugar powder. Now we are adding the saffron or kesar and the bowl of dry fruits. Once all of this has been added to the milk, we will just stir it and allow it to simmer for a minute or two. After it simmers for a minute or two, we will just switch off the flame. Once the flame has been switched off, in some time you'll see that this is how your ras would look. Now we are proceeding in preparing our chenna. For that we've taken 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and we are adding equal quantity of water. You can either take lemon juice or vinegar and add equal quantity of water to it, and this is a very important process because we need to add water or else our chenna would be rubbery like paneer, but we would rather want it to be soft and spongy. So we've taken 750 ml of milk which is boiled and we are adding the lemon juice to it. Keep gradually adding the lemon juice and keep stirring it across so the milk will slowly and steadily start getting curdled. Let the flame be on medium gas and slowly and steadily keep stirring that. So you will see that the milk has started to curdle. There, the milk has already curdled. So we switch off the gas once the milk has been curdled. So here we see that the milk water is separated a little bit and the chenna is there. Now to stop the overcooking, we need to add a bowl of cold water to it and just stir it a bit. Now it's time for us to gather our chenna. To gather our chenna, we've taken a strainer and on the strainer we've placed a cotton cloth. So now we would keep pouring the entire contents into this particular cotton cloth, that is the chenna including the milk water. The chenna will get accumulated into the cotton cloth and your milk water will drain down and get accumulated into the vessel. Now we need to wash off this chenna to avoid having any lemon flavor. We've done this into 3 waters. We've washed off the chenna. Now we are taking all ends of the cloth together. This is another very important step, that we need to ensure that we drain off all the excess water, for which we need to squeeze it totally so that all the water is being drained out. There should be absolutely no water content in it, and that's why we've kept it on the strainer for 5 minutes just in case if there is any droplets so it can drain off. It's now time for us to remove it and put it into a plate. Now is the time that we need to keep mashing the chenna really well. This is another important step, that we need to mash the chenna, crumble it as much as possible. How you knead a flour, you need to keep kneading this across for almost around 10 minutes. And whilst kneading this, you need to add 1 teaspoon of cornflour or maida, whichever is available at your place. Keep mashing it as much as possible. The more you mash it, the smoother the dough would be, and you need to make it in the form of a dough. So when you have a very smooth dough, you will see that when you make the marble balls, your marble balls will have absolutely no cracks on it, which means that you can be rest assured that your malai or the Chenna marble balls will not break off when you add it into the sugary syrup. So now we've seen that my wife has just kneaded the dough really well. It seems to be very smooth, and now she is removing a portion of the dough and she is rolling it in between her palms. So when you roll this across in between your palms, it should not stick onto your palms at all. If it sticks, it means that it's time for you to start kneading the dough even further, because it's not smooth and there is still some water content left. Because in case if you do not do that, your marble balls will start breaking when it is being put into the sugary syrup. So we need to make very small marble balls, not big ones, because it will enlarge in the sugary syrup. So we see that there is absolutely nothing which is stuck to her palm. So we've made all the small marble balls, and now it's time for us to make the sugar syrup, for which we've taken 1.5 cup of water and we've added 1 bowl of sugar, and we keep it on medium flame so that the sugar gets dissolved into the water. Now we see that the sugar is completely dissolved. So slowly and steadily we add one marble ball onto this hot boiling water. This needs to be cooked across for around 10 minutes. So once we add all the marble balls to this hot water, that is the sugary syrup, we cover it across with a lid and allow it to cook for 10 minutes. After 5 minutes we open up the lid, and now we see that the small marble balls have got enlarged because they have absorbed the rus or the sugar syrup into it. We need to turn it on the other side and allow it to cook for another 5 minutes on the second side, so it's evenly cooked on both ends. Now it's time for us to use a frying spoon and slowly press to remove all the excess sugary syrup. This, and slowly press it across into, make it into a form of a patties, because once the sugary syrup is removed off, it will be porous and it will start absorbing the rus once it's put into the rus. So now we are putting this malai into the rus, and that's what we have done. So it's all ready, now ready to be served after it is refrigerated for almost around 4 to 5 hours, because it tastes really well once it's cold. So this is how we see that the rasmalai is ready to be served. Friends, we would now just like to show you how soft the Chenna peda are. This is the exact texture. It is not breaking either. So be rest assured that it will definitely melt in your mouth. Please do try out this particular recipe, and I'm sure you all will love it. Thanks for watching our video.